Uncle 1964 here. Highly breezy at West Chestnut Station, Newcastle, where I live. Dear me. It's supposed to be raining. I've got a raincoat on actually at Musselburgh. I don't think it's massively cold, but I don't want to wander around in the rain particularly. I wasn't planning to make this meeting at all. In fact, I only mentioned last meeting. Last Musselburgh meeting video. That's the third time in just over 2 months going to Musselburgh, which is quite a bit. And even last time I went to put a video out on a racecourse, which is Bath, literally a few days back, we went to the Lads and Phillies Day. I didn't even mention this meeting, so I wasn't doing it. I'm a member of a 50s group and had a guided sort of walk around the Durham area, the Durham Story, and I've never been to before, for a few miles. And I thought, oh, I'll do that. I thought, but I hadn't really looked at it too much, and the train course is expensive. The race course is like 27 quid, and I thought for what the meeting was, and I thought, well, I've been to some of his races before for this meeting. Oh, I'll not bother. But then the poor guy, unfortunately, who's running this walks, come a bit ill, or can't do it. Found out about 3 days ago, so I thought, I might do this meeting. And then I remembered, and I think in my previous Musselburgh video I said I noticed that Surrealism exhibition on at the Scottish Modern Art Gallery. I didn't have time really to get to that. As it must have been, I had time to go to Scotland New Way, and I think very impressively refurbished Scottish National Gallery. The Modern Art Gallery is about half an hour walk away from there, well, from the station. But it's 3:45 meeting today, I'm realising, and starts down at 6:45, and I'm still kind of enough time to quite a bit of time to get a morning train. I think it's about 9:30, and get in, do 30 hours at the Scottish Modern Art Gallery, half an hour walk each way. I hope the rain's not too bad. There's not really a bus where it gets you sensibly near, or train gets you near enough really to bother using that. And then get back and then get to a meeting. So that's what I'll do. It's just about meetings. As I said, I've got my first ever point-to-point meeting at Lucius on 25th of April. It's what I'm thinking of going to in Witten Castle, I think it is. Where was it? County Durham. The problem is, I've got an event I really like going to, Nerds just want to have fun, nice science comedy thing at the Stand Comedy Club in Newcastle at 8 o'clock. And it's been really difficult to make even, I can't remember the final race to go to that, and the fifth race is really marginal. And the minute I'm saying no, I tend to have to walk an hour to even get to a bus. I get out there, and he was even possibly going a bit further, but the problem, the bus didn't have enough time actually to do that. It wasn't possible, it just didn't work out. And the problem with, I think, walking out to this bus station, getting there is interesting. I could actually take the train at Bishop Auckland. There's a train to Bishop Auckland, there's a train stopping a bus, and there's a heritage line that there's only one stop. Well, there's not only one stop, but Witten Castle is the first stop, and it's about 9 quid. It's not expensive, only one stop, because it's it's about 6 journey line. So I might do it at a time that's in the future. I thought, I couldn't even do it. I don't think it's not on a lot. I couldn't do it after racing, isn't it? It's not on late enough. So I can get there and get back to a meeting. It's a possibility of maybe just getting on the line and then getting back again to Witten National. I haven't thought of it until now. That's possibilities. So if getting there is not a problem, getting back is. I could get up perfect. If this event at 8 o'clock on Stand Comedy Club, I'd be fine. I'd just hang around. I can easily, it's a bit of a, now walk a long right away, it's a bit of a hassle. One of the problems as well is it involves an area I don't know, and it's not being very quick, I think, so that's why I probably won't do it. Well, so we've also, the easy way of doing it, we'll now walk also quite a 6-minute back between 2 buses at Cook Station in town in 6 minutes sort of gap between 2 buses, and one turns up and I miss the other one. Is it late at all? I miss the other one. That's all a bit marginal. And just other stuff. What to say? A couple of Newcastle meetings, as I said. I'm not sure. Trying to remember Newbury for the St. Hugh Stakes. I say very few list races left. Last video I couldn't remember how many I had left. I think it's now 5 after going to Bath. To watching the country. I thought I'm actually including Chelmsford Philly Stakes, which has been cancelled. I said last time I might go to Brighton Racecourse. I've been back for 8 years. God knows. I've said Chelmsford is my least favourite racecourse. I've been to all of them in Britain and for Ireland, and it's easily the worst. I'm not even bored of this stuff. It's possibly to Newmarket with listed races stuff to come, although it's trains are rather expensive, and one of the tickets is like 50 quid, which because of bleeding Kaiser Chiefs and Scotland Girls playing off the racing. I said, my view is, I know it's not a major meeting at Newmarket with a list of races. I can't remember which one it is. Zach left hand. Do I see Philly Stakes? Maybe. Can't remember which one it is. But still, you had enough sort of minor races at Newmarket. You could have put this stuff on without relatively decent meeting, making it expensive for people to go racing. I don't know of anything too much else. There's probably stuff will come up, but I'm not sure about it yet. Just to add, there's a chance that it would have been to go to 5th or 4th again. Went once. It's very nice to view. It's just on the other side of the sort of river into Musselburgh. The problem was that it's a bit overcast, and of course the chance I had enough time to do it today, and of course it's going to be raining, so I won't be doing that. It's cold here. I sat with the playground on the second race, so I thought it might rain, so I just sat down in just above the stands. I started off a couple of races. I don't think it's not going to rain actually. Certainly not as much as I thought it would. I looked at sort of back soft on horses, and that's not happening. I know that's why we're not winning, probably not, but it's sort of still good because it's soft on course. But it's not blooming cold. I went to pre-praise wing for the separation for the next race, and it's got rather windy, and it's got worse since then actually. It really is. With windy in Edinburgh, very windy indeed. Well, I think it's a Warren Mile. I think that's a part of I'm not sure it's that, but it's the way along to Scottish National Art Gallery, Modern Art Gallery. It's very interesting. There's 2 rooms. It was not the largest exhibition, but it was free, and I think it was very good. And I had a bit of time just to go and rest of the place before I went to a train. Nearly on a right mess of the transport. I got the time on the train, and I got it by 10 minutes. And in fact, I thought it was just 10 minutes earlier, and I thought, and I just started thinking in my mind of going along to this into the station. Hang on, I've got this right. I'm not sure which is going to what times on the train I was going to meet. If I missed one, some next train got in. I thought, hang on, if that's an hour earlier, the one I'm supposed to be getting, I'm not sure it's, got it right. And I luckily got the half a minute literally before the train left. And it was chaos. The second time now we've been in a national let down with Musselburgh Racecourse over the free racecourse bus. Happened once before, this didn't turn up. Here it was just people waiting. In the end, luckily some of the centre wheels after about 25 minutes there's a commercial bus. And we all got on that, so I paid a bit, $2.40. But what had happened, I was standing next to me, actually from Racecourse up, and it was, and it's the bus had got delayed from going from New Craig Hall or something like that. I can't remember what it is. Now that's interesting. The bus used to be a shuttle service, but made one way between the station, Wallingford station, and Racecourse, and back again. They never went anywhere else beforehand. So no one was ever on it when it came to the train station. So it looks like a change the way to do it. Or maybe New Craig Hall have added that in, or used to be 2 buses and now only 1, and we only want one place. I don't know. But when I looked at the website after, the location has changed where the bus comes from. But I've still got this sign up saying basically where a shuttle leaves from. And there's a sense, I think, in Musselburgh to cover that sign up or have a member of staff there pointing out to one place. I think a lot of people, we had like 20 people, I think, circa waiting for that bus, and everyone went off on the bus and on the commercial bus. But it doesn't look good, Mr. Major. When they say Musselburgh, and it's not looking very good for people if the supposed buses wasn't there. I mean, it's on the website it says it meets some bus, and it's very vague where it's some bus stop. I'm not exactly sure where it's supposed to leave from. I'm not quite sure the purpose of why it's even somewhere else, really. But the last meeting where people left, it was there was not enough buses based for customers, and annoyed a few people out when walking to the station. I've got enough time, I think, to walk to the station. I don't see it only to get the bus. Get the free Racecourse bus. I'm sure I would have knew, in case something happened to that, enough time to get my train. Afterwards, I'm probably going for a pint, hopefully for halfway house if it's not too busy. It's quite a small pub. The last few times I've been there, it's been free enough. That should be fun. It is a nippy day here at Musselburgh. So next meeting, I'm pretty sure minute, is going to be Volucci's Point to Point, and they're on the way just past St Andrews. So I think that's it. At Wallingford Station after the meeting, a bit of a stressful end to it actually. Coming on transport, but for no known reason, I hadn't realised this, but pre-racecourse bus left at 7:20, just like I found within 6:45. God knows how was such a gap. I never heard someone talk about 7:30. I was maybe slightly drunk, to be honest. A few youngish people getting on and off the bus in a period trying to get whether it's turning up or not. They're getting a bit annoying. We're not swearing. I don't mind swearing too much, but I think it's time and a place, and it's came a little much, to be honest. But I try to show myself sometimes as well. But I'm not. I think it's a time and a place where you can do it. But anyway, 7:30 sure, and it got to past 7:20 and 7:20 thankfully left then. But there's been a shooting in around the it's not Wallingford, I keep thinking it's Wallingford, between Musselburgh and the Wallingford station. Actually somewhere else. Wallingford's the other side, I found out the other side of the east side of the station. I can't remember which part this is, where the Wallingford station actually is. It's across the other, behind me, basically, a bit which is sort of houses which I can show me, not completely incompetent. The stuff that's behind me is actually somewhere else. And there's been a shooting in the sort of Musselburgh area. And there's a diversion of road leads on Musselburgh Racecourse, basically. There's a police roadblock. I think it may be a few days ago, but there's a roadblock. And the bus had to go up, and suddenly the traffic jam. And oh my God. I could just about, my train's 9.06, I think. And if I missed this train, the was one got me in at 9 to Edinburgh at 8:55. It's going to be pretty tight, to get a train. And there's an argument here. I mean, with train delay, I could maybe get a sort of have to put a taxi on or something out of Edinburgh if I couldn't miss the final bus as our train. But I think there's a probably minimum change time at Edinburgh. A station is probably over 10 minutes, so it might argue probably maybe reasonably linear. But Drive Pen and whatever. I think but actually it's not their fault. You missed a bus. It's not their fault. I missed the bus. It's probably right. It's not their fault. And I would have to find my own way home or accommodation or something. I'm not sure last train's 9 or not. I'd have to get a new ticket as well. But finally, it didn't take too long to get through. Obviously, here now, and it didn't take too long to get through. But there was a bit of a panic stations there, so trying to get point to halfway house. Hopefully, I think I've got enough time for a pint. But I could do with some food. That was the last time I was here. Actually, I could do with some food as well. I know there's sandwich and coffee at the Modern Art Gallery, but I am hungry, and I don't want to. And I don't want enough food in my house actually for at the moment, and I don't. So cooking something that I really keep doing more of, and it's not really practical because I'm out putting out of food, and I think the only shop will be open is a Sainsbury's in sort of Newcastle Station. I could probably find a way of getting something to eat. But I might see if there's anything. I think there's a Marks & Spencer, something in Waverley. I might try and do that instead. But it depends whether one might do that instead of going to a pub. I'm not sure yet.